Let's kick off. Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome. Today is the Lead Generation Masterclass. Great to have some good numbers with us today. Morning, Jeremy. Morning, Richard.
Morning.
Join us.
Hi, everyone.
So today the focus is all about content, having a content strategy. This is to supplement really any outbound outreach strategies that you've got. I think it's certainly from what I've seen from clients that have adopted a content strategy and had a strategy around sharing regularly content, posting articles, having maybe a regular newsletter or something like that within the LinkedIn platform really contributes well to to their outreach efforts. So we work on a 13-week cycle, which Victor's based in Nigeria. Victor's my VA, and he's graduated from university. He's got qualifications and skills in social media marketing. So I thought he'd be the perfect person to present this section with us. So welcome, Victor. Are you struggling with cameras and sound? I don't know. Are you there?
Yeah, thank you,
Oh,
Alex.
we've got you. Excellent. Do you want me to run the slide
Yeah, I
deck?
think
Do you want me to run the
yeah.
slide deck, Victor, or do you want to share the slide deck?
Okay. Let me share my screen from here.
Yep. Okay. So welcome, Victor. The stage is yours.
Yeah, thank you, Alex.
And then so typically these sessions run for about half an
I
hour.
think
Just to frame it for those that are tuning in who may have not been before, and for those online, 30 minutes. We'll break it down. Victor's going to do about 15, 20 minutes of kind of theory and general, just best practice, really, what we've been doing in terms of social media marketing, content marketing, and then we'll have a bit of Q&A. Feel free to use the notes feature here in sessions. For those of you that aren't in the actual interactive session, to get the links to these sessions, you need to join the masterclass series. It's free to do that. You can go to leadeth.io. That's leadeth.io. There'll be a button at the top of the website which says Learn. If you drop down to Masterclass, you can see all the different masterclasses that we're running. These are a weekly thing, and you'll get all the email links to join us here. Okay, so over to you, Victor. Ready for you to dive into this topic?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Thanks, you, Alex. But the sharing is disabled for me. Can you
Let me
try
just allow you co-host, and then hopefully speakers and hosts can share screen. Just got to click on the magic button there. If I make you an assistant, what does that do? Does that give you?
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay. All right. So, Alex, can you see my screen?
Yep.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much for having me on board, and I believe that this is an opportunity for me to be able to talk about content strategy and how businesses and brand can navigate through the use of social media platform, right? So like Alex said, this is a masterclass series that we have been talking about, how to help businesses, diving into some potential topics, relating to building your businesses online, right? So let me try to introduce myself again. I'm Victor. I'm from Nigeria, and basically I help businesses owners and brand founders to who are struggling to build their online presence in creating engaging content and managing their businesses by providing them the strategy on how they can be able to build a brand successful online. So today I'm just want to talk about what is content strategy all about, and how we can how you can navigate, through the use of social media to build your online presence. So let me just start by presenting with the slide I have here. Yeah, Alex, can you see my screen?
Yeah, that's fine, Victor. It's all coming through fine.
Okay, all right. So running through the agenda for today, we're going to look at the background, the history of the content strategy, and then we talk about what exactly is content strategy. Then we go to the content cycle, how you can recycle your content, and then how you can repurpose, repost the content, and then we look at the social cycle, that is how you can amplify your content, how you can position yourself as a brand, as a business, as a founder, right? How you can position yourself, using the social media platform. And also we see the content plan, and we see the question and answer at the end of the section. So, looking at the background, in today's digital world, you will agree with me that having a strong online presence is very crucial and is very essential for any business owner, even as a business owner, even as an individual. Whether you are looking, to reach more customers, you are looking to reach more people, based on your target audience, right? So having a strong online presence is the number one thing that you have to focus on. If you're a business owner, if you're a founder, you're an entrepreneur, maybe you offer your services to a group of people, to a target people. So having a strong online presence is the first thing that has to come in your mind before you can even start navigating into the content aspect of it, right? So just having a strong online presence is the number one thing that you need to have, enriching your target audience, building your awareness, making people to know about what you do, the kind of business that you offer to people, and how you can achieve success online, right? So this presentation is just for us, to show you on the key point, the key, to show you more on how you yourself you can be able to navigate through uh, using the content strategy, and amplifying your content on the online space, right? So what exactly is content strategy, right? I know that a lot of people have been saying, okay, yes, because I normally receive some DMs, some messages. Oh, Victor, can you tell us more about content strategy? What is it all about? What exactly is content strategy all about, right? So if you think of content strategy, is a blueprint for building a captivating online presence. Now, there is one part. There is one part in having an online presence. Another thing is to create a compelling content that will drive in more audience to your business, to your traffic, to your website, right? So is number one thing I highlight here is a roadmap for planning, creating, and delivering content, right? So a content strategy, what strategize, looking at the word strategy on its own is like, you are making a plan towards something, right? You want to achieve something. That means the place of strategy has to come in, and that is why we say content strategy, right? So it's a roadmap for you to plan, to create, and then to deliver your content. And also it give you, more insight on how you can clearly define your target audience, right? That's another thing that, yes, you have to look into in when you are creating your content strategy. You need to understand, okay, who are your target audience? Who are the services that you are, offering? Who are they for? Who are the likely people that are going to, get interested, in buying from you, in getting your product, in making an inquiry about what you do, right? So it will give you more insight on your target audience and your campaign goal, right? Your goal, your vision for your brand, for your business. Okay, maybe there's a vision you have, right? So you need to look at, okay, how you can be able to structure your content, in making sure that, yes, it bring more, it's more compelling to the or your online presence, and moreover to your target audience. And also another thing I put here is it identify the type of content that resonates with your audience, right? That's why I said that, you need to clearly understand your target audience. And when you understand your target audience, creating content strategy will not be difficult for you. And what I see today in the business world, I see that a lot of people a business owner, they are still struggling, to come up with a content strategy. Basically, because they have not been able to understand, they have not been able to identify, and they have not been able to look into who exactly is their target audience. And if that has not been taking place, there's no way you can, be able to come up with a content, that resonates with your audience, right? And the last one I put here is, established, content creation, distribution, and then the development process, right? So these are what comprises of, or what entails, a content strategy. So I need to be fast as soon as possible. So like I said before, it give you, like, it clearly identify your target audience, right? And then who are you trying to reach? Who are you trying to reach? Is it you are trying to reach the youth, you are trying to reach the adult, you are trying to reach the college student, you are trying to reach, the coaches, the trainer, right? So it will give you more insight on who exactly you are trying to reach with your content. And once you understand that, you are good to go. You understand, basically your goal. You understand, okay, your objective, your aim is to reach more people in this type of, organization, in this type of niche, in this type of locality, in this type of country, right? So it will give you more insight on how you can gather, your research, on how you can, gather and then come up with your content that you basically want to use, right? And also, your strategy will outline various type of content that, effectively reach your audience, right? There are some content that people will just see and then they will overlook because, it is not, compelling to them, it is not attract them, right? So the strategy, has to come in place, identify the various type of content. Is it the video content? Is it the visual content? Is it the audio content? Is it the, ebooks, right? So your knowing your target audience will help you in the place of preparation, the place of content strategy, to give you more insight on how you can reach your more audience, whether using video, whether using visual, visual display, or as the case may be, right? So whether using infographics or social media posts. So, and sorry. So now looking at the content cycle, right? Yeah, the content cycle is just like, a process whereby you ensure that your content is constantly evolving and meeting its intended purpose, right? Now you must be able to, there's something we call, nurturing, right? When you get a lead, now when you get a lead, you are just knowing them for the first time. You are just trying to build trust with them, right? So your content has to be a well structured one that it will be like, oh, you are giving them values, right? You are giving them, enlightening them more on a particular topic. You are making sure that yes, your content is serving the intended purpose originally why you created those contents, right? So, like I put here, like now, there has to be a place of plan, there has to be a place of create, and there has to be a place of published. Let me just dive into it, right? So now, like I said, it starts with planning stage, right? You have to have your jotter, have your pen, and then the place of planning has to be there. Like, you develop a clear understanding of your target audience, right? So I keep emphasizing on target audience, because that's the first thing that you need to understand. Without target audience, the place of content will not be able to come in. The place of creating content, using content cycle will not be able to come in. But if you are able to understand your target audience and divide your goal, then you'll be able to, come up with, the content that you want to use for your brand. And another thing is, the next step involves in creating high quality content that resonate with your audience and fulfill their need. Right now, one thing is to create a content. Another thing is for you to be able to capture the attention of your audience through your content. Right, a lot of contents are just flowing every day, millions, billions of content every single seconds. I can tell you that every single seconds, right? So your ability to capture to capture the attention of your audience will give you more insight of how you can be able to grow your brand and how you can be able to grow your business. If you are the type that yes, your content is just there's no vibe in your content, it's so dull, people will just ignore that brand. People just ignore that that social media platform. But at the type that yes, you are creating content that is more valuable to people. They say, oh, there's something that they cannot just do with that, and just to hold on and then check what you are seeing out, check the kind of information you are passing out to people. So creating high valuable content, that resonates with your audience is another thing that yes, you have to put in mind. And also, once your content is ready, right, it is crucial to publish it on relevant platform at the appropriate time, at the convenient time for you, when you know that your target audience are active. Like I myself now, I have I'm building my brand on LinkedIn, and then I understand, when my audience are active. Majorly in the morning, I pushed in the morning because I know that yes, my audience are active, right? Now your audience can be active in the evening, your audience can be active in the night, right? So it all comprises of you understanding, when the time that your target audience are mostly active, so that you can be able to get engagement, you can be able to get interaction from them. And then also I put it that don't neglect the place of promoting. You are promoting your content. After that, you are able to put your content on the relevant platform, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, right? You must be able to collaborate with people, engage with people, publish, promote your content, right? For more people to see. If you are looking at growing organically, you just have to engage, you have to comment on other people's posts. But if you are looking at the organic, the reaching more audience, you can now look at in partnership, collaborating, and then using Facebook ad, running Facebook ad, and then the right. Now, the last point on the content cycle here is analyzing performance of your content using analytic tools to understand what resonate and what the improvements so far, right? Now maybe you have been able to post the content for 30 days, and then at the end of the month you're able to check, go there and check the inside and see, okay, how your content are going well. Is this something that people are really enjoying? Is this something that is bringing values to people, right? So your ability to analyze the performance of your content will make you to be able to have more insight on how you can structure your content, on how you can be, bring more values to people, right? So it is very, very important. Use this insight to revise your strategy, right? Because it will make you to be able to look into, okay, understand what is working for you and what is not working for you, and then to ensure that you have a continuity. Like you are recycling your content. As you are recycling your content, you are restructuring it, you are making it a new thing to them. Whereas you have been able to post it in the past, but you are recycling it now, you are making it new to them, and be like, wow, I've never seen such, I've never seen such a beautiful content, post like this. So you have been able to look into the inside and check, oh, this is performing well, this is going well, this and this, right? So it will help you to deliver and more results to your audience. Now, so how can you amplify your content, right? How can you be able to position yourself on the online space, and people be able to have that trust, have that build more trust in you, right? So social media play a crucial role in amplifying your content, right? And then driving engagement. So one thing I've been able to understand basically on LinkedIn is, engagement, bring more visibility. And the more you engaged, the more visibility you are bringing for your brand, the more visibility you are bringing for that business that you are into, right? So because a lot of people pushed, right? And then they ghosted, right? No, that's not supposed to be. Social media is about having an intention, having a right? Let's take, for instance, you made a post this morning, and then you are not able to communicate with your audience, you are not able to engage with your audience. There's no way you'll be able to get the feedback from them. And if you are the type that yes, you are into coaching, you are offering services, there's need for you to hear from your audience. There's need for you to have a feedback from them, right? So that is the place where engagement comes in. That's the place where you can amplify, where you can be able to, make sure that yes, your content is getting to the right people at the right time, right? Number one thing I say discover is use that is user find your content through social media platform, either on LinkedIn, either on Instagram, either on Facebook, right? So the ability whereby your users, your audience are able to find your content is through social media, right? So another thing is engaged, like user interact with your content through likes, through comment, share. If it is helpful for them, they can share to their own page, they can like your comment, they can comment on your, on your content, right? And also, right, convert, right? User take desired actions such as subscribing, purchasing, following, commenting, right? So this area of combat, is like having a strong city that is call to action, whereby people can be able to, know, okay, what next? Is it that, okay, maybe in terms of maybe you are offering a product, you are offering a services, and then you want people to buy from you. You can use some call to action like, okay, subscribe, click the link to, to know more about the product, click the link in the bio, sign more to know more about this information, right? So your ability, to convert your content is what bring, sales. It what bring, conversion, and then it's what bring more traffic to your page, right? And or maybe to your website, to your landing page, right? And then the last one I put here is like satisfy user, recommend your brand to others, of course, right? Like I used to tell people that, your first impression matters a lot. Like the way you table out your information is the way people are going to address you back, right? So if you are able to, if the user here is able to buy your product, and then he or she, likes your product, of course it's going to tell user B that, oh, I think, if you are struggling on the, you can contact user A, and then you'll be able to recommend your brand, you'll be able to tell other people about your product. So that's how the cycle works, right? That is how the cycle works. Like I said before, is the key stage through which your audience interact with your content, and your brand is your social media platform, right? Because a lot of people, if you have a content on ground and then you don't have a platform where you can be able to push it out, nobody will know understand you. Nobody will know what you are into. Nobody will know the kind of business you are into, right? Now, let's take for instance. Now, I'm in Nigeria. I live in Nigeria, and then I have a I have a strong mind. I have a passion to help people out there. So how can I really help people? Is by coming on the online space, coming on social media platform, explain my expertise, make people to understand the kind of value I'm bringing to the table, right? And today, yes, I've been known in not only in Nigeria but outside Nigeria through the help of social media, right? So social know that the social media is the foundation for you, to be able to push out your business, to be able to make awareness, in respect to the kind of business that you're into, right? So it starts with discovering where users stumble upon your content through various channels. Now, let me try to emphasize on this, right? A lot of people are getting it wrong today, and it's very, very wrong. Now, maybe a lot of people want to be on all the social media platforms. Fine, it is good. It is good for you to be there. But have you asked yourself, this social media platform I'm into, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, are my target audience, are they there? You should understand where your audience is so that you'll be able to drive in more energy, be able to drive in all the energy, all the strength that you have in you, right? So it comes with discovery. Stumble on where your audience are. Maybe your audience are on LinkedIn, maybe your audience are your Instagram, maybe your audience on TikTok or Facebook, right? So your ability to understand what is going on your audience will give you more insight on how you can be able to flow and travel with your content. And also, I talk about engaging content, right? Having an interaction through likes, through comments, through sharing, having a dialogue. It's like you are communicating as if you are talking to each other physically, right? That's the kind of content that you can be able to put out, right? So that's the sweeter part, and then that engagement translates into conversion, right? We are at the stage where we know, okay, how can I get started, or if you don't have any conversion, if you're
I
not
think
really
you're
converting, then
breaking
you're
up
not
a
really
little bit,
interested in
Victor.
your product. Yeah,
Your
can you hear me
signal's
now?
breaking up. I think so. Yeah, I think we're coming to an end as well, aren't we? I can see you're very passionate about this, and you can go on probably for another few hours. Let's have maybe time for a few questions, and then I might present from my side in terms of the software
Okay.
that we use at Leadith to kind of help with this whole thing. So, any questions around content, the cycle, the strategy for Victor? No. Okay. So what we've got at Leadith, going on at Leadith then is we use a bit of software called Trello. Trello is a really cool kind of Kanban style board where you can map out your content cycle. So this is what it looks like for us. I mean, we've got 13 weeks of social media content here, which is starts with a bin where we can chuck in some ideas. Monday is all about kind of thought leadership, quotes from inspirational leaders and such like. Tuesday is very much about client testimonials and sharing the wins. And so we've got a few clients that have got video testimonials as well that we're starting to incorporate into this. So Google reviews, things like that. So here's Jeremy's on the call, so he won't mind me sharing this. But yeah, we've got kind of a bit of quote that we would use, and then it's great because you can also tag your customers in on the reviews as well, and that not only promotes your customers as well, but helps you. People can see, yeah, that's a genuine review from a real person, and they can relate to that. Wednesdays, a bit thin on the ground for Wednesdays because I don't normally work on a Wednesday, but we've got a few little bits of content that we're starting to push out. Thursday is what we call engagement creator. This is where we can post polls, share top tips, relevant quotes, all sorts of different things, really, quirky stuff that's going to create a bit of engagement. And then Friday is when we're promoting our Tuesday masterclass. So each week we're running these masterclasses, and the idea of our posts on a Friday is to, reaffirm the benefits of these masterclasses and promote that. Weekends, I kind of leave it to personal stuff. So I do a bit of running. So it might be a photo of me down at Park Run or whatever, playing a fun game with the family. If you have a look at my feed at the weekend, it is pretty much personal, but I try and link it to a business story or something like that. So there's this one here, which is about Monopoly, an afternoon of Monopoly with my 5-year-old. And I actually posted a little video with this. But we actually basically did a little twist on the game where I started with a tenth of what he got to start with, just to see how that affected the game. And then you can mirror it back to how strategic efforts, bringing in quality leads and kind of bringing out the lead generation side as well from that post as well. So that's just a bit of an idea. Trello, it's a great tool. I've got a template here which I'll share with you guys at the end, just to get you started and help you to start populating maybe 13 weeks of content. And just think of it as a week at a time. Just start to think week one, what could we be posting each day? And then suddenly you'll have week one complete, so that when it comes around after 13 weeks, you're ready to go with this content cycle. In terms of tools that can help you promote the posts, we actually have a CRM tool built into the Leadith platform now, and it allows us to kind of connect up to all the different social media channels. So we're actually connecting under marketing here. We've got I primarily LinkedIn is the main place where I am usually hanging out, but I'll also push out to some other channels. So we've got Facebook, X, Instagram, and a few others, and there's a new TikTok channel which I'm not really active on yet. But tools like this allow us to kind of create a bit of a plan and merge that kind of 13-week cycle into automated posts. So we can actually go to create a brand new post, choose the social accounts we want to set it to, and then boom, put in the content, add any images, video, and schedule it for the rest of the week. So this is a really good tool. If you're interested in this tool, happy to showcase this with you. There's other tools out there freely available, like buffer.com. You can connect up to 2 different accounts, whereas this one you can connect all your social media accounts. This has been recorded. We'll send some after show notes as well. Feel free to head over to the Leadith community where we can carry on the conversation. There's also a classroom there. We're trying to build out more on stage 5. Stage 5 is all about having this content strategy. So you can get a bit more information here about the 13-week content cycle. We're actually looking into, a lot of people are asking me these days, how do I create webinars and lives and things like that? So we're actually putting together a bit of training for the paid clients in terms of how to kind of build that stuff out and the types of tools that you need to be using to have a regular cycle to make it super easy and less stressful for you. So that's over at school. So leadith.io/school if you want to access the community there. So I hope you guys have found this beneficial. Next week, we're going to move on to video content. So specifically focusing around video content. So again, it kind of lines up with the content strategy. You might have one day of the week will be get a 30, 60-second video out and see how that could be really engaging. Video and polls are just really powerful on LinkedIn, we find. So that's all. We've kind of passed the 10 o'clock. So I'm going to have to say goodbye. Thanks very much, guys, and hopefully see you on the masterclass next week as well. Thanks, Martin, for the virtual applauses there. They're great. Thank you, Victor. Great to have you with us. Victor, can you pop your maybe your LinkedIn URL in the chat? So if people want to learn a little bit more, then at least they've got your LinkedIn in the chat there so they can get hold of you.